Hello, folks. One of the hottest ticket items on my bucket list has been to cook in the kitchen of Favor Flavor Seafood Restaurant, and now my dream has become a reality. So I'm joined by the tag team duo, the brothers, the chefs, Daryl and Marcus. All right, so how are you doing, guys?
I'm doing wonderful.
I'm doing great.
Tell us what we're cooking today.
We are cooking today our almost world famous lobster big box. It's a bit of a seafood boil. We've got lots of moving parts to the seafood boil.
Tell us about the moving parts.
You'll have snow crab, big jumbo snow crab, huge colossal 1620 shrimp, lobster tails, corn, potato, and egg today. And we'll do it all in our almost famous, we do all of our seasonings in-house. So this is our own seafood boil recipe in here. We'll be doing that in there. We've got our own topping seasoning to go on, and we have our own in-house seasoned butter that we put on. So everything is from Favor Flavor. We don't use any outside people's stuff. So.
All right, so let's get this party started. So what's the first step? And tell me what I can do.
Okay, so the first step would be the longest of everything is to get this lobster tail in. That is a beautiful Maine lobster tail.
Sure
we'll get
is.
it down.
Can I help you with the shrimp?
You can help with the shrimp.
Where do I put those?
We can put the shrimp right here, Ms. Leary.
You want me to just pour them in like that?
Pour them on in. Get in there and drop them right
there.
there.
You
You
go.
go. All right. And now we'll let this catch up for a second. Just let that catch up because these two are going to take a little longer than this.
So this sauce, let's talk a little bit about this buttery concoction here.
So my buttery concoction, actually, this stuff comes from my dad. My dad is really the man behind the madness with all these recipes. They were mostly handed down from my great-grandmother down to my grandmother and my dad, and then so forth on to me. And he showed me one night how to cook these really awesome shrimp. I took his recipe and I said, I tell you what, Dad, I'm gonna do something with this, and I tweaked it my own way. And his is a bit different, but this is still his sauce. So kudos to Dad.
Kudos to Dad.
Dad's in New Orleans. He's from
the
New
man.
Orleans. Daryl Sr., we love you. Thank you, man.
Yeah.
I love that stuff. So we have some lemon here, and I noticed that we have, is this a roux? What exactly is
This is another butter
This is the
sauce.
sauce. This is the
So
butter
this
sauce.
is our spicy butter sauce. So we have, since we come up with that one, a lot of people like spicy. They say, can I have spicy? What about
Exactly.
me? I want spicy. So I said, I tell you what, we'll go in the kitchen and we'll come up with our own sauce. We don't like to outsource anything. We like to get everything
Always
from
original,
scratch.
Au natural.
Original recipes, all of these are. So this is our very own spicy butter sauce. We're gonna put some on top of the seafood at the end. That way you guys, and you get to taste it, they get to see it, and you can tell them how good it is.
So Marcus, I want to know how the brothers decided to open up the restaurant in the first place.
Well, thanks to him. He's the brains. He really came up with the concept. I was somewhere else working at another local restaurant, and he came up with a great idea that I really liked, a plan, and we executed it. And the food he has is delicious. He gave me the recipe, and I execute that recipe for him. Especially this right here, what we were talking about earlier, the spicy sauce.
Spicy sauce.
It is so
I'm gonna
awesome.
have Miss Leary. I hate to cut you guys off, but I'm gonna have you to get the crab,
Okay.
and we're gonna drop the
Put it
crab
right in
over
there.
on this side.
Let's do it.
Yeah,
Let's
get
do
it all down in there. So the way we came
I'll talk
up,
to you later.
the way we come up with this was really my wife pressing me. This was something, instead of backyard barbecues, we always done crab boils. My family's from New Orleans. My dad, whole side of the family's from New Orleans. He's stationed out in Jacksonville in the Navy, and every time we go, we do a seafood boil, and he cooked the best seafood boil, and he taught me, and my wife was like, hey, why don't you go and do this on your own? And I said, no, I want to work. I want to punch the clock. And she said, no, you don't do that. And I said, okay, honey, I'll try it. We started this thing, and it just took off. It blew up.
So let's talk about this mural that we're all standing in front of, because there's a lot of color going on back here.
So the mural, shout out to Carter J. Gatson, is who painted this mural. But this is something that I had in my head. It was from my trips from Pensacola to New Orleans. We would take these trips to go see my dad. And this was like back and forth. I would stare out of that car window going down the street, and these were the things that I saw. So I tried to blend our city with, you know, my summertime city, New Orleans. So we have all of we got the jazz guy up here, you know, that screams New Orleans, and he's blowing out a song of Pensacola. You got all of our local landmarks. You got the beach, you got the Blue Angels, you got the fishing pier, you've got the new bridge, you've got even the white crossover at Bayview Park. We've got and then it starts to go into New Orleans. Well, don't forget the beach ball, but the big ferry out in the Mississippi River. You got the backdrop of the city of New Orleans. You got we've got even the Superdome down on the end that you guys probably can't see. But Mr. Gatson really put his all into that, and I hate to get it all off, of course, but let's start.
Well, let's get back to Pensacola because we need to start plating this thing up.
Let's check those potatoes.
Right, let's see how we're going. Oh my goodness, they look great. Look at that, look at that.
All right.
Corn.
Could you step over some with me?
Sure.
And we can.
Let me get another pan for you, that might help.
And it's always good too
Okay.
to time any food you put into your spice water. You don't want to overcook anything. Everything has to be perfect.
Go ahead, Marcus, give him a little lesson on it.
Exactly. Especially your potatoes. They can break up
So we
any
have
time.
the potatoes going in there with
They are
everything
perfect.
else. And the
Yes.
crab legs will be the last thing. We can't forget about the lobster.
Oh, no.
Oh, no.
And your crab legs, which are pre-cooked. So your crab legs, you really just heat and serve. As long as you get them up to temp, 165 degrees, they will be ready to go. They're soaking in our seasonings.
I think they need their own pan. There you go.
Don't use that one. Let's use this.
Let's use this one.
So they're soaking in all of our seasonings, and it's getting up to temp. And when it gets that season down in there and gets up to temp, we can build a boil. So that's
So
what
let's
we're gonna
build.
step
Time
over
to
here.
build.
Come on over here.
Let's build this.
So we'll let Chef Marcus, you get over and you
Yes.
start doing the potato work.
And what we want to do with potatoes, we're going to leave them whole. We're going to leave
You
these
whole, you leave them whole.
Even this
So we
big one
leave
right
the
here.
potatoes whole.
Yes.
Yes.
All we want to do is we want to have these going around. There you go.
That over there.
I want her to place this over here. I want her to get her hands dirty.
Okay. Fine
There
with
you
me.
go.
So let's get the potatoes on here. What about the corn?
Yep, that too.
Start dropping shrimp.
Dropping some shrimp up
Yes.
here, make it look nice and
And
pretty.
what we want to do is keep your tails up.
Keep your tails up.
Always
Thank you.
tails
Always
up.
keep your tails up. All righty, on the shrimp. Learn something new every
Or you
day,
can
don't we?
grab them.
Then we grab the tails.
And
And
go
now,
right here.
let's get a little bit of seasoning.
Go
This is
for it.
our own house blend of seasoning.
There you go.
This is made by Chef Daryl, right
So what's in
in-house.
there? Is it a secret recipe?
It's a blend of our own secret spices and herbs.
So let's put a
Do
little.
that last. Do that last.
Do that a little
last.
bit on
And we
that
don't want to
side.
say because we want nobody cooking it at home. Come here and get it.
Definitely.
This.
This is the garlic butter sauce that Chef Marcus is.
And it's
doing.
beautiful. Awesome.
It looks so pretty.
And you know, we don't have it on the shelves in the store, but you can come inside here and buy it.
So next, last but
Just
not
let me
least, just
show
a
you
little
that.
bit.
Just like this. You want
Just a
for
tiny
it.
bit, right?
Do it
Just like this.
Like-
that. There you
All
go.
right, just for garnish. All right, so now that we have all the ingredients here, the finished product, what next? Are we missing anything?
Yes, we are. Let's add a little of this spicy sauce to it.
Okay, let's do it. And spicy we go. Woo, that looks good, doesn't it,
Spice
Daryl?
in your life.
Oh my goodness, the spice of
Voila.
life. So safe to taste, is that correct?
Yes,
ma'am.
Let's do it. Come on, hands on, all hands on deck. Let's all taste some.
Come on.
So this is the spicy succulent shrimp. Mmm.
Yes.
I don't mean to
All right.
pat you on the back that much, Mark,
Thank you,
but
sir.
you
The
did a
aroma.
good job.
Folks, if you could just smell what I'm smelling right now, nice, spicy, buttery, bite it all you want. It's just amazing. We've got the corn on the cob. Let's take a little bit of that. Mmm.
Yeah, I get the
It's
egg.
good.
I could eat this every day. So, folks, here you have it. Everything that you need. It is flavor time.
Yes, it is.